Welcome to This Explainer. Today, I am putting on my financial coach hat to hand you the exact playbook the top 1% use to build actual wealth. If you're a young professional earning decent money, but somehow you're still feeling totally broke at the end of the month, well, listen up. We're gonna break you out of that stressful paycheck to paycheck trap and show you how to avoid the absolute biggest wealth killer out there, lifestyle creep.
Let's just dive right into this. There's a fundamental truth you really need to wrap your head around. If you don't own something, you are what's owned. Think about it. The richest people in the world, entrepreneurs, investors, they own things, right? Businesses, assets. Employees who just earn a standard salary make up exactly 0% of the world's richest people. The system is quite literally designed to keep you working constantly just to pay for your food, shelter, and water. It wants you feeling rich on payday and completely skint by the end of the month. To break that cycle of modern-day slavery, we absolutely must stop just consuming and start acquiring assets. To make that happen, we're going to break down your paycheck into 4 unstoppable quarters using what I call the 25, 15, 50, 10 framework. Here's the playbook we're running today. First, the wealth illusion. Second, fund your future growth. Third, build your safety net. Fourth, beat lifestyle creep. And finally, enjoy guilt-free rewards. All right, step 1, the wealth illusion. We have to confront the trap that catches almost every high-earning young professional, the massive difference between looking wealthy and actually being wealthy. You see this contrast everywhere, right? I see so many 20-somethings rocking $200 designer trainers that they wear exactly twice just to look like a boss. They've got the expensive leased car, the designer shirt, but behind the scenes, they're sitting on a $43 bank balance and overdue credit card bills. Meanwhile, the guy over there in the $60 boots and basic clothes, he has thousands quietly compounding in the background. You see, true wealth isn't what you see. It's exactly what you don't see.
Moving to step 2, fund your future growth. The very first move you make on payday is investing 25% of your income immediately. You honestly can't not afford to wait on this allocation, and here is exactly why. Let's look at Billy, who started investing $200 a month when he was 20. Then you have Phil, who waited until he was 30. To catch up, Phil invested $300 a month. Assuming a 10% average annual return, by age 60, Phil ended up with about $678,000, which, hey, isn't bad. But Billy ended up with over $1.26 million. Because of the magic of compound interest, Billy actually invested less total cash out of pocket, but ended up with almost $600,000 more. Seriously, time is your absolute ultimate asset. Now, you might be wondering, where exactly do you put that 25%? Well, as your coach, I want you building your foundation firmly on the low-risk end of things. Start with index funds, which is basically like buying a broad, safe slice of the top 500 US companies, and investing in medium-risk, high-income skills, like coding or sales. These build real, unshakable foundations. Do not touch high-risk individual stocks, crypto, or collectibles until your foundation is rock solid. Treat those high-risk moonshots like a fun hobby, not your core strategy. So an absolutely crucial point here is how you hold these assets. You've got to shield these investments using tax-advantaged accounts. If you're in the UK, use a stocks and shares ISA or a workplace pension where you get an employer match. That is literal free money. In the US, look at the Roth IRA, where your money grows completely tax-free, or a 401k. Guys, if you don't use these accounts, you are basically just handing your hard-earned wealth straight back to the government in unnecessary taxes. Once that account is open, I want you to automate your monthly paycheck sweep into a super simple 3-fund portfolio. 60% in a US stock index fund, 30% in an international fund, and 10% in bonds for stability. Set this up to trigger automatically the second you get paid. And then, stop fiddling with it. You don't need to be checking charts every single day. Let it run quietly in the background and focus your energy on learning skills to increase your actual income. Step 3, build your safety net. We are going to do this by directing exactly 15% of your income purely into a stability fund. I actually learned this one the hard way at 18. I financed a VW Golf, felt like I was completely on top of the world, and then 3 months later, the engine blew. I had 0 backups, so I had to borrow more money just to keep my job. It literally set me back a whole year. You can avoid that absolute nightmare by calculating your bare bones monthly baseline, so rent, essential groceries, basic utilities, and multiplying that number by 5. That 5-month buffer, that's your ultimate financial body armor. Now, there are strict rules for this stability fund. First, it must be easy to access, like available within 24 hours without any penalties. Second, 0 risk, meaning you never ever put your emergency money in the stock market or crypto.
And finally, it must always earn interest. Park it in a high-yield savings account paying around 4 to 5% so inflation doesn't just eat it away. Remember, this money isn't there to make you rich. It's just there to keep you in the game when life throws a curveball. Step 4, beat lifestyle creep. This is the big one, where you cap your essential expenses at exactly 50% of your income.
You know, the average person burns 60 to 70% of their cash on what they call essentials. But let's be real, a massive chunk of that is actually just luxuries. Takeout? Not an essential. That random streaming subscription you forgot about? Not an essential. I want you to comb through your bank statements right now and ruthlessly cancel whatever you don't actively use to live, work, or stay healthy. To realistically hit that 50% cap, you've got to attack your biggest expenses head on. First up, transport. Stop leasing brand new cars just for the monthly status hit. You're paying for a depreciating liability. Just buy a used, reliable car. And for housing, look into renegotiating your rent, getting roommates, or house hacking by renting out a spare room. If you can limit your housing and transport costs and bring your entire essential baseline down, hitting that 50% goal becomes incredibly achievable. But what about your daily spending? Look, when you've got cash burning a hole in your pocket, willpower simply isn't enough. You're going to be tired, stressed, or bored, and your willpower will just vanish. You need a system. And it starts with asking yourself this single powerful question: is this an impulse purchase? If the answer is yes, you have to force yourself through the 7-day rule. It's simple. You wait 7 full days before buying it. Usually, the excitement just fades. But if you still want it after a week, ask yourself, am I buying this for the brand's marketing or for the actual value? Remember those $60 boots worn 100 times versus the $200 designer trainers worn twice. Chase quality and value, not logos. Honestly, if it doesn't truly improve your life, you are just buying it to impress someone else or to chase a cheap dopamine hit. Finally, step 5, enjoy guilt-free rewards. This is where we spend the final 10% of your income purely on joy. I'll be honest, I completely ignored vacations and nights out when I was younger. I was so obsessed with building wealth that I actually ended up getting diagnosed with stress-induced shingles and losing touch with my friends. Do not make my mistake. Spend this 10% strategically on categories that bring you sustainable joy. Vacations are literal investments in your physical and mental health. Hobbies keep you passionate. Dinners out maintain your vital social networks, and gifts strengthen your relationships. To do this correctly, you've got to preload the fun. Open a completely separate bank account. Let's call it the Joy Jar. Automate 10% of your paycheck right into it. Then spend this money completely guilt-free on whatever experiences make you happy. But here is the unbreakable rule. When that account hits 0, you are done until next payday. No pulling from your stability fund. No dipping into essentials. Seriously, no cheating. So let's look at your entire unbreakable system right here. 25% goes to assets that grow your net worth. 15% to build an ironclad safety net. 50% is strictly capped for your true essentials to defeat lifestyle creep once and for all. And 10%, that's to live your life and enjoy the ride guilt-free. This complete framework is exactly how you stop acting rich for a week and start building actual wealth for a lifetime. So, as you get your next paycheck and look at your bank account, I really want you to be brutally honest with yourself. Are you building true, quiet wealth that buys you freedom, or are you just sacrificing your future to look rich to people you don't even care about? The choice is entirely yours. Take this playbook and go build your wealth.